What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys. Vinyl this time, and today we're going to take a look at some highlights from the calendar year of 2019. We're almost pretty much at the halfway point of the year, and this is pretty much around the time in which I talk to you about some of my favorite releases. Of course, this isn't going to be an amalgamation of everything just yet, but I just wanted to take an opportunity to talk to you about some releases from bands that I feel need to be paid attention to and, of course, supported and bought. First, what we're listening to in the background, Triumph Genus. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of this album. But yeah, this is their new full-length released in 2019 through New Era Productions, and this is seriously a welcome surprise. Everything about this album rules. The riffs, the vocals, just genuine, pure black metal at its finest. Go pick this up internationally or in the United States, however the hell you're able to. This is a fucking great album. Alright, let's get this party started. This first record I'm going to be talking to you about is some death metal played by some hardcore dudes. This is Hate Force with their self-titled album. Yeah. This is a 2019 release through Closed Casket Activities, and when I first heard about this band and album, I was very intrigued by the idea of what Hate Force was. Pretty much, it's the singer of Harm's Way, and I believe some members of Weekend Nachos, and I don't know the full basic lineup to be specific. I think it's a trio, but yeah. Members of Weekend Nachos in Harm's Way playing death metal. That's what sold me right away about this release, and upon listening to it, I think this is very much in tune with what these guys' respective bands are all about. Very down-tuned, very riff-heavy, very pit riff breakdown heavy. This is just some seriously strong and impressive stuff. Very much Obituary-esque in a sense. Listening to songs like Death Sentence, Bleeding Tears, War Machine, MOAB, just some really impressive stuff here. I mean, I've always liked James from Harm's Way's vocals, but here his vocals have that really low, guttural, angry sort of rage to them, and I think it's really impressive. These riffs and these drum parts are fantastic, and I really appreciate the originality being done here with this release. I really hope that this won't be the only time we hear stuff from Hate Force. I would love to see more from them in the future. I believe they played live recently, and I've heard a lot of great things about that. But yeah, definitely check out Hate Force if you're into hardcore influenced death metal. I think this is a very stellar release. But anyway, here's the front cover. Digging the album cover art. I believe Ethan from Primitive Man did the artwork. Very badass album cover. Uncoated stock on the jacket. Back cover with track listing and information. Comes with a single-sided sheet. Yeah, it's a one-sided sheet. Really nothing much to offer here. More badass artwork, credits and information, and all that jazz. Also comes with a download code, but if you want that, go buy the record yourself. And this record came out in multiple vinyl variations, but I got this particular variant, which is a oxblood red with white merge. Yeah, really top quality stuff here, as to be expected from Closed Casket Activities, and this pressing is really well done. So yeah. Go check out Hate Force, their self-titled debut album. Really top quality death metal here. Next up, we move to Sacramento for some very ignorant black death metal. This is DEFECRATOR with Abortion of Humanity. Yeah. This is their debut full-length album from 2019. This was put out through Drakkar Productions. And yeah, like I said, these guys are based out of Sacramento, California, and they play this very roaring, traditional sort of style of black and death metal. Very much ignorant, knuckle-dragging shit in a sense. I mean, the first time I believe the first time I was ever acquainted with DEFECRATOR was when they did their split with Ritual Genocide, and it was just some really, really killer stuff. And upon knowing that this band was going to be putting out full-length material, I was really excited to see what the future was going to hold for DEFECRATOR. And with Abortion of Humanity, we have a very, very sick as fuck full-length album. For being a power trio, it's just really, really top-notch stuff. In terms of the drum sound, in terms of the vocal work, in terms of the riffs and the bass lines, this album just works out so perfectly. Confronting Karanzan, Axiom Falsifer, Ceremonial Culling. It's just some sick-ass music being made here by some sick-ass dudes. And if I'm not mistaken, the drummer of this band has a big, big heart-on for Grand Blairsky, just as much as I do, so big props to you for that. But yeah, as far as Abortion of Humanity is concerned, this is an absolutely fantastic album. I cannot recommend this one enough. But yeah, here's the front cover. Sick artwork from Death Is My Only Friend artwork. Really, really killer stuff. Back cover, dig the gold print on this. Track listings, band member photos in question. Fucking sick ass band photo here. We have a lyric sheet, stocky lyric sheet here with more artwork. Opposite side with another badass band photos of the band in action. Yeah, there you see Grand Blairsky. Big hearts right there. Thanks list and all that stuff. Yeah, I bought this directly from the band through their Bandcamp page, and yeah, I believe all the copies come on a standard black vinyl. Dig the A and B side labels. Absolutely sick as fuck. Great job and quality done on this release. But yeah, if you happen to have heard DEFECRATOR, I cannot recommend this band enough. Absolutely sick album. Abortion of Humanity by DEFECRATOR. Go check this one out. From California, we head to the Pacific Northwest for this next one, and this is an EP release from probably one of the more notable names in contemporary death metal. This is Triumvirfoul with Urine of Abomination. Yeah. This is a 2019 co-release between Vrasubatlit and Invictus Productions internationally. To do a little bit of clarification, since Fallen Empire Records is no longer a label, Vrasubatlit had done a lot of manufacturing stuff with them, but I believe they made the switch over to 20 bucks spin for distribution, which I think is a really, really great way to bounce back from that. But yeah, it's a Vrasubatlit release, Invictus Productions. But yeah, if you're not familiar with Triumvirfoul, they are based, I believe they're based out of Portland, Oregon. And yeah, this is one of the many projects of the main dude behind this band. They put out 2 really killer full-length albums, and this is their latest EP release. It's 4 tracks long, and it's interesting that none of these songs have titles or names or anything like that. It's just Urine of Abomination 1, 2, 3, and 4. But I think this is another continuation of what Triumvirfoul know how to do with their sound. Just really dirty, grimy, seedy sounding death metal. And this album's theme and concept and style just makes things that much more entertaining and original. I really appreciate what Triumvirfoul are doing with this EP. It's a nice little tease of what the future is going to hold for them, but I think the future is looking bright and even darker because of this EP. But yeah, here's the front cover. Love this crazy ass artwork on here. Uncoated stock jacket. There's a Triumvirfoul logo here. Yeah. Back cover, very basic. Triumvirfoul, Urine of Abomination 1 through 4. Band logos and information. I mean, record label logos and information. But yeah. Got a one sheet here with band members on this side and some very intriguing stuff on the other side. You have the credits. And I love what this says here. This really mysterious sort of lyric in... I'm sure these are lyrics for some of the songs, but I don't know what songs to be specific. But yeah, piss on the face of God, watch its last breath decay, and succumb to the urine of abomination. So fucking sick. But yeah, this got put out through multiple physical variations. I believe there was a CD version, there was a tape version, a self-released version through Rasu Batlet, and of course the vinyl version, which got put out on standard black vinyl, and I was lucky enough to score the translucent Piss Yellow edition. Yeah, this is the Piss Yellow vinyl, 45 RPM, good quality on this thing, sounds awesome. But yeah, if you are into Triumvirfell, you're going to find something really special to behold with this this new EP offering. I'm excited to hear what's next from Triumvirfell, and I think this band is going to continue to be a very big deal in the near future. But yeah, Triumvirfell, Urine of Abomination, go check this one out. Alright, we got a whole bunch of black metal for this next half, and we're going to start off with a very strong and notable name in the Icelandic black metal world. This is SINMARA with Vivisil Stjarnana. Probably botched that, and I apologize for that immensely. But yeah, brand new SINMARA album. This is a 2019 release through Van Records, and of course, if you know SINMARA, they are a band that I feel is very much responsible for this flooding of black metal to come from Iceland. Very important band, and of course this band established that with their debut full-length album, Aphotic Womb. That album is an absolute masterwork, and I honestly felt that that was going to be a hard act to follow. And upon listening to this album, while I really loved this new SINMARA album, it really doesn't hold a candle to how beautiful Aphotic Womb is. I mean, I appreciate what SINMARA are going for here with this album. I appreciate the songwriting, the atmosphere, and the riffs. There is a lot of killer musicianship being done here throughout this album, and I find it to be very entertaining. I mean, listening to songs like Apparitions, I mean, pretty much the first half of this album, Apparitions, Mephitic Haze, and the Arteries of Withered Earth. Just some really strong musicianship being done here throughout this album, and I think it's very enjoyable to listen to. Like I said, I think this is a very good album. I don't think it's better than Aphotic Womb by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, if you think it's better, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, personal preference. But yeah, really good SINMARA album, and I definitely think it's worth a listen at least. So anyway, here's the front cover. Love this album cover. Very badass stuff going on here. Back cover, more shadowy photography going on here. Really badass. Very killer gatefold going on here, with some band credits and information and all that stuff. Yeah, this came with a whole bunch of goodies here. This came with a LP-sized booklet with some more photography and lyrics and credits. There you see the band in question here, with all shrouded up. Really good quality with this booklet. Cannot complain about that. Van Records always does a fantastic job as far as presentations and all that stuff. Comes with a double-sided poster of the artwork for the album, and the back of the gatefold, which I think is really neat. And yeah, this album got a ton of variations, CD, lavish LP, but yeah, I was lucky to score it in the United States from Dark Descent Records, and I got the heavyweight smoke vinyl. Clear smoky vinyl, absolutely gorgeous. Van Records always does a fantastic job with their records, and this one is no exception. Sounds really killer. But yeah, SINMARA are still a force to be reckoned with in underground black metal, and I definitely think this band will have a lot more great things to offer in the future. But yeah, SINMARA, whatever the name of this album is, I'm not going to pronounce it again. Go check this one out. From Iceland, we move to Canada, New York for this next one, and this is a very much anticipated album for a lot of people, and I honestly think this is well worth checking out. This is Departure Chandelier with Antichrist, Rise to Power. Yeah. This is their debut full-length album, released through Nuclear War Now Productions, and if I'm not mistaken, this is a band that features members of the both Ashpool, and Akitsa. And Departure Chandelier play this really raw, Napoleonic style of black metal. I mean, the back of this record, they refer to themselves as Napoleonic War black metal. And I really, really dig the concept of this band and what they're all about. It's very raw, it's very tumultuous sounding black metal, but I really appreciate what they're going for here with this album. I believe the first time I was acquainted with them was the split that they did with Blood Tyrant. That was some really, really killer shit. But this album here is another continuation of this band's rawness, depravity, and their sound. I mean, just some really, really elegant sounding stuff here. Listening to songs like Catacombs Beneath the Castle of the Marquis, A Sacrifice to the Corsica Antichrist. Just some really, really top-notch stuff going on here. I love the riffs. I almost get a bit of a Drowning the Light sort of feel in certain cases. I might be wrong, but that's just upon first impressions when I was listening to this thing. I kind of get that Drowning the Light feeling in certain parts, but Departure Chandelier are doing their own thing, and I think this is a really, really killer album. I definitely think it's worth the high praise and appreciation. If you haven't had a chance to listen to this album yet, I cannot recommend this one enough. Anyway, here's the front cover. Glossy jacket here. There you see Napoleon. I sleep. Napoleon sleeping. Back cover with track listings, credits, and information. There you see the Napoleonic War black metal, the Nuclear War Now Records logo. And this little thing on the back here, beware. By purchasing, obtaining, trading, or even listening to this morbid declaration, you are supporting the spirit of self-coronation, misanthropy, hatred, blood feuds, corruption, armed resistance, cruelty, nepotism, injustice, regionalism, sadism, and superstition. Hail the spirit. That is so fucking black metal. I fucking love that. Gatefold here, really badass gatefold with band member photos and credits and information. Hark, the spirit of death is alive. Really, really fucking sick. Comes with a fold-out poster. I think it's a double-sided poster. No, it's not double-sided, but yeah. Really badass band photo of one of the Departure Chandelier dudes. Antichrist Rise to Power. Really, really sick stuff. And I know that this has gone through multiple pressings already. I believe the first press was standard black vinyl and blue vinyl. The second press is red vinyl, but this is a first press edition, and I just got standard black vinyl. Really nice center labels here. Top quality work from Nuclear War Now, as to be expected. But yeah, I hope this album stays in print, and I know they just put out a CD version of this too if you want to get a copy of that. But yeah, Antichrist Rise to Power, Departure Chandelier, absolutely the real deal. Go check this one out. And for this last record, I'm going to be talking about a band that really embodies the spirit of one-man black metal and is just really one of the nastier, rawer releases of this year. This is Akasha with Canticles of the Sepulchral Deity. Yeah. This is a 2019 release through Grey Matter Productions, excuse me, and yeah. Akasha is a one-man project based out of California. I believe the guy's name is Leech. And this guy put out some really, really raw and nasty stuff prior to this. I believe it was an EP. I forget the name of the EP offhand, but that was some really raw and crazy shit. This full-length album is just a continuation of what Akasha has been working on here, and I think this is just some serious next-level raw black metal stuff. I mean, listening to songs like She Who Runs with Wolves, Enthroned in Catacombs, Psychic Fog, Draconian Paroxysm, there's just something really crazy and fucked up about Akasha in terms of the visuals, in terms of the riffs, in terms of the drumming. The drumming has that really raw, crazy sort of sound going for it, and I really, really love what Akasha is bringing to black metal with this particular album. Yeah, this is some seriously badass stuff. But yeah, I can't recommend Canticles of the Sepulchral Deity enough, and I hope that in some cases this album stays in print, gets repressed, and more people get a chance to listen to it. I really think people need to listen to this album a lot. So anyway, here's the front cover. Glossy jacket here, Rest, Jeff Whitehead artwork. Super, super creative and colorful. Really love this stuff. Back cover with track listings, information. This LP edition came with a bunch of interesting goodies. This came with a double-sided sheet here. There you see the man in question right here. Akasha is Leech. The Cult of Forgotten Sons will take back what they deserve. Really crazy stuff. Some more crazy words and lyrics and stuff. Credits and information. Comes with a double-sided poster, which I think is a really nice little touch here. Yeah, really nice stuff here. You turn it on its side, you have another band member photo of Leech himself. And this is the vinyl version, limited to 100 copies. And I was lucky enough to score one of the vinyl copies, and it comes on this very nice heavyweight black vinyl. Dig the A side and B side of this record. I think there's a tape version of this too. I want to say La Fleur du Mal put out a tape version of this. But yeah, if you're able to somehow come across a physical copy of this record, I really cannot recommend getting a copy of this, because this is absolutely crazy stuff. But yeah, Canticles of the Sepulchral Deity by Akasha, absolutely one of the best black metal records of 2019 for sure. But yeah, I'm going to conclude this video. I'm going to leave you some links to some of the bands I talked to you about here in this video. If you happen to have heard or own any of these releases, definitely let me know what you think about it, how you feel about it, and we can go from there. Once again, I am not going to have a video next Friday, as I will be in Houston for Destroying Texas Fest. Expect a full fest review and coverage as whatever I'm able to get of that fest. It's going to be another wild and crazy weekend in Houston. So yeah. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until next time, Army Hell out.